Happy day, everybody. I'm Michelle Sandler with Searchie Success. Thank you for joining us. And today I have Lisa Selthofer with us, and she is with Spot On Agility, a dog agility business. Never heard of it before. I love that with Searchie Success, I get to learn about all these really cool, interesting businesses. So I'm going to let Lisa tell us all about who she is, what she does, and who she serves. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to know anything more about it than that. So Lisa, take it away.
Awesome. Hey, thank you so much for having me. So dog agility is this really unique sport where the dogs do obstacle courses and anybody can do it. So we've got what we call junior handlers all the way up to family members and those who are in retirement. And anybody with any dog can do it, which is really, really fun. So what's great about dog agility is it's very visual in learning because you've got not only the handler, but also the dog. So what I love about Searchie is I can take all of my training, I can put it in videos, and I can also share all of the coaching videos that I use where I can point things out and people can just go through, they can learn about a specific topic and watch it, which I think is really important. So I can use not only the actual training, coaching part, but the visual of things happening in real time.
Love it. Love it. I know that you mentioned one of the things that's unique about you is that you're a trainer and a judge, which makes you very unique and a niche in a way. So I mean, I didn't think dog agility sounds niche enough to me, but the fact that you're both a trainer and a judge, so does that make your hub even more unique in that way?
It really does. And so what I do is right now I'm using it with my coaching membership. And what's great is every single week I'm putting out different content. So for example, in week 1, I'm really focusing on training skills. Week 2, I'm focusing on development foundation items. So those that have new dogs or puppies. Week 3 is where I really bring my judging knowledge in. So the things that I see behind the scenes, I'm sharing those specifically. So there's a whole bunch of things that the average competitor or trainer doesn't even think about because I'm the one that's actually creating the courses and the design and the layout that people are doing. So it really is. It's fantastic just to be able to bring that in. And then of course, week 4, I'm bringing in what we call sequences and courses that have been designed. And again, that's a whole behind the scenes thing. And I'll definitely show you in my hub because right now it must sound like I'm speaking a foreign language.
One of the things that I love about your hub is how colorful and bright it is. And we were talking before this about one of the things I love about Searchie is just how unique and special everybody's hubs are. I love that. And I think sometimes websites, everybody can kind of look the same, but everybody's hubs really speak to their business and their clientele that they're serving. And I love that about your hub. So take it away and give us a tour.
Sounds like a plan. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. All right, can you go ahead and see my screen?
Perfect, yep.
Awesome, it looks like I have this in the middle. Do you see this as well?
Yep.
Okay, let me get that on off. How does that look?
Great.
Okay, great. So yeah, I definitely went with more of a color theme because just like us and our dogs, I think we're all individuals. And I think working with your dog should be a boatload of fun. So I went with some bright colors, which is a little bit different. The way my hub is situated is there's definitely the coaching aspect of it. And then there's also that video training aspect of it. So right off the bat, I wanted people to get an idea of what they can have here. So we have weekly live coachings. And then of course, every single week, we've got a training that comes out. And all of the training, the live coaching actually happens in our Facebook group. And what Searchie allows is that coaching, then that video automatically is pulled into this hub, which is great for those who are on different schedules. So everything can be found here. I've got clients that are in Australia, Israel, the UK, and having the ability to continue on with their life, but still be able to come in here and find the latest coaching to review on their own schedule is absolutely critical. And people absolutely love that. They know that, within an hour, this is easily going to show up. So I love that Searchie can pull that in for me automatically.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Great. That's great.
The other thing that Searchie does nicely is, if people don't remember where they need to go, they can easily click on a link here. And so my hub, which has all of the videos, and then of course the Facebook group, which has the coaching, it interacts back and forth. With one click, they can go back and forth, which I think is really important. One of the things that people like to do is sometimes they get a little bit busy, so they want to see the latest trainings. And so I've got this set up in such a way that they can see everything that comes in, and they don't necessarily have to be like, okay, now what weeks did I miss? And then of course, Searchie is great because once they viewed something, that nice little red check mark shows up, and then people can quickly see, oh yes, I've already watched that, or oh, that's right, I was halfway through this training, and it works out really well. Plus, this playlist allows them to quickly peruse all the topics and be like, "Oh, that's right. I wanted to learn how to cue tight turns, or I want to, know how to train the throttle, which is a specific handling technique." One of the things that I've done a little bit differently is I also created the support page, because a lot of my people aren't necessarily the most technical savvy. I mean, technology is changing so quickly.
Right.
And by creating this support page, they're able to, I can create videos that answer their questions. They can quickly look through the different videos. They know how to get a hold of me. And I think this helps to answer those questions where they don't have to really go hunting for the answers. And that helps to keep them engaged, especially because with my group, they have to, be able to ask questions and also add a video for me to go ahead and review. And sometimes that can be overwhelming. So to be able to quickly have this 2-minute video that they can be like, oh, that's exactly what I need, I think has been so important.
You're the first one who has that. So I love this feature, and I love the way you've laid that out. It's like SOS, help. And then you've got it in red, which is, like help, stop, I need help. And you've laid it out really nice and clean here. It's a playlist, so you can scan and see like, where can I get help? These are the things. And like you said, you keep it nice and tight and clean, short videos that they can get exactly the kind of help they need. I love it. It's great.
Yeah, it's been critical just to help people to understand that, you're not the only one with the question.
Yeah.
Here's a quick place to go. And like I said, I like to keep those videos nice and short. And I think that really helps them out as well.
Great. Love it.
Yeah. Let's see here. So because my membership is so heavily on not only the videos, but the live coaching, I do have a specific community page, and it also answers some of those same questions, but it also helps be like, okay, now where did I want to go for that replay? Oh yeah, that's right. I go to this page here. And I think that's been really helpful. Plus, I have hundreds of videos that are from specific individuals. And so they can also search by their name. I only put first names down, but it does help them then when they want to go up into the search feature, type the name, and they're able to come up with that as well. So that's been really, really helpful.
That's great. So is that when like somebody sends in a video, and says, oh, look at this session that I did with my dog, you're actually loading that in here so that everybody else can learn from it too?
Exactly. And I
That's
think that's
awesome.
important. Yeah. So I'm able to use those coaching sessions just like they would in an in-person class environment where they can learn from others, because sometimes they go home, they go to practice, and then they run into an issue and they're like, oh, that's right, so and so had that, I know what to do. And
Mhm.
so they're learning not only for themselves but also by example on
Mhm.
other individuals.
That's awesome. I love that.
Thanks.
Like
I also
in-person virtual learning.
well, and it really is,
Uh-huh.
because things happen so quick and they're going to have questions, and that's exactly what you need to do. And then of course also the content, people are going to want to, they're going to want to look something up based on, oh my gosh, I've got something specific to teamwork, or I've got something specific to handling in dog agility, or equipment. Equipment can be the things that the dogs go on, the tunnels, for example. And also what happens when they are at different levels and they, or they have different dogs. Let's say they just got a puppy. Well, here they can go ahead and they can click right on here and begin training on specific lessons that are for that type of a dog. Or let's say that they're more advanced and they're like, you know what, let's go for something really, hard and challenging here. And then of course, I've got different courses inside of each of those, which works out really well.
Mhm. Now, for those, are you keeping those based on like tagging systems throughout, that they only see what they've applied for, or I see you have coming soon based on,
Yeah.
are they only seeing material that applies to them in certain cases, or are you just offering everything to everyone?
So I've got two different models. I've got a couple of courses that are outside of the membership. However, I do have founding members, and as part of that founding member benefit, they do have access to everything that I've created. So I'm going to have two different types of memberships, and thanks to tags, I can keep those separate.
Great.
So this is one of the courses that I had created, and I did keep this on a separate page. Everyone in this group does have access to it. And I've also made it so that I could also have this be a standalone product as well.
Mhm.
And that's how I plan to do the others, is to have it not only be a standalone product, but also something that the founding members can easily access from here as well.
Right.
Yeah. And what I
Yeah.
suspect will probably happen is I'll probably add another category called courses
Mhm.
or specific topics. So then they can go right to here, and then there will be a page that will list those all.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. The
So
other thing.
how did you handle the color coding of all of this? I mean, there is a lot of color, but I can see that there is some colors, but is the color coding based on the levels, or is it based on, like all of this?
Sure. So it's actually based on weekly content. So the pink are what we call skills week. This teal color is the development week. These are the red are bonuses. The light blue is what we call ringside, which is, tips and tricks from a judge. And then here, the purple are the sequences and drills. The sequences and drills, it's pretty interesting because in this case, let me go ahead and stop this. These all have PDFs as well. And so I was able to take the PDF and also attach that, which especially for this training is going to be really important, because this is something that they definitely are going to want to download and then set up in their yard. The other thing I like about Searchie is oftentimes we're traveling and, you've got to keep your eye on the road, but I love the fact that we can have it available so they can download the audio only, because oftentimes they can listen to the actual training itself and then later come back and look at the visuals that are, say, in the PDFs.
That's great. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
So what advice do you have for somebody getting started in Searchie?
I would say, first of all, keep everything simple. So think about big buckets first. And when I was doing the back end of it, I initially, as I was setting things up in playlists and folders, I got way too detailed. And then that became very, very difficult to manage. I also think that one of the things that I do, and I'm happy to show you that I'm really good at the organization part. And so in my hub, one of the things that I do, because I will have multiple classes, I would say come up with a system. So for example, everything SOS is my Spot on Success membership. And then I have other ones, for example, my WePoll Mastery course. And this way I'm able to quickly look and know exactly what it belongs to. And I think that's going to be critical. The other thing that I would say is going to be really important, and let's go to skills here. The naming of your folders, or I'm sorry, of your files, the media files is really critical because it could help you when you decide how to have everything displayed in here. So for example, I've got this set up so that it's done alphabetically in reverse order. So as I'm using my numbering system, I know no matter what happens, the latest is going to be, the first available, and then the smaller numbers are going to, show up toward the end. And I think that's going to be a big key, especially as I mentioned, I have hundreds of files in here. And this was just the easiest way, number one, to know what course it should go to, but also to quickly make sure that no matter what happens, it's going to show up in a manner that makes sense.
So there's somebody else that's struggling with this issue in Searchie. So are you numbering the videos no matter where they are, no matter what folder they're in? I might put you in touch with this person because I know that they've been struggling with this.
So every single piece of my media is numbered. And, these are items that I've just used the Chrome browser for, which is why they don't have a system in there.
Yeah.
But unless it is part of, for example, these are my general report files, everything has a number. And I think that's important because number one, it tells me what file, but then also the numbering system. And then my numbering system actually does make sense. I can also go through and quickly tell which month something was created, which also helps as I'm doing the monthly content.
So it's a month system. Is that what it is?
Well, it started off as a month system. It just so happens that it's going to work really well even going forward. It'll be much more like a military numbering system or a time system. But I also have an Excel spreadsheet so I can quickly look through. But I know anything with an 09 all came out within the same month. So I could literally do a search here that just said 109, and I think this will come up. And so I've got 109, 0.01, 0.5, 0.3, 0.02, and this kind of tells me 01 and 02 go together. This was one of the following weeks. This was another week, and so these are different topics.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
And I see that they're different. But they're all different. Like the ones are they're different weeks though. So it's not that, and they're different. So one's dog agility and one's so I get your system that this is brilliant. This is really, really good.
It's great because it gives me a lot of information immediately. I can see all of these items went out by month, but I can also separate them by the weekly topic. So for example, 108.3 will be another month, 107.3, and then there's, a 109.5 always means that's the fifth week. So this is the third week. Anything that's a 0.0 is the first week. And then of course there's a 0.2 and also a 0.4. And that tells me exactly what week it went in. And then my playlists, I just try to keep those as simple as possible. When I first started, I had way too many playlists that mirrored the folders, and that just became a disaster. So, and then also for all of these, for every single file, I have an Excel spreadsheet. So I know ahead of time exactly what videos are under every single playlist just by going to my Excel spreadsheet. So it's easy to also do a sort and to check just in case there's any issues, any
Okay.
technical issues.
Okay. This is amazing. Thank you so much for sharing this, and thank you for sharing the details. It's really helpful.
No problem. No, my pleasure.
Um,
Absolutely.
so you have anything special coming up in your business that you want to share with our audience? Any launches, CDs, or tell us
Yes.
what's going on with you?
Well, I am so excited now that everything is moved over to the Searchie Hub and people are absolutely loving it. It is so much easier to go through and, quickly binge watch those videos. I am actually going to be reopening my membership, which is the Spot on Success Dog Agility Coaching membership.
Mhm.
And it is geared for those who are just starting out in dog agility,
Mhm.
all the way up to those who have been competing for years and want that extra challenge. So
Okay.
I'm really excited about
And
that.
when are you going to be launching that?
I am going to be opening that up in 2 weeks.
Oh,
So
wow.
I
Okay.
know, I'm very excited. I really want to
Awesome.
get everything moved over into Searchie, make that so easy for individuals to learn and consume the information and to have fun with it. They don't have to worry about the technology part. They just keep hitting play and they just keep learning. And I've had many people who, while they're making dinner, they just put it right on their phone and they can multitask. So it's been a wonderful thing.
That's great. And where can they learn about your membership? What's the best way for them to?
Spotonagility.com.
Okay, great. And
Yep.
any last words of wisdom or anything you want to say in closing?
What I love about this is it's so easy to go back and rewatch a video and rewind, which especially in my field is important.
Mhm.
I would say, this is just like taking the DVD player with you, and it's great because it's mobile. It comes with you on the phone. So for me, when I've got individuals that go out to a facility that they've rented, they can take the lessons with. I think it's absolutely wonderful.
That's
It just
great.
makes learning so much easier.
Well, thank you so much for being with us. I'm so grateful that you took the time to share with us your incredible Searchie success. Thank you so much, Lisa, for being with us. And we're really grateful. And everybody out there, just it goes to show, look at the incredible things that you can do in Searchie and just get going, get creative, like, build amazing things, share them with us. We can't wait to see what you're doing. And thank you again, Lisa. Everybody have a great day.